Remember, we still need them.
You ready?
Alright, I stitched a pocket flap, and this opening now is going to be 5.5 inches wide instead of 6. So I'm going to show you how I stitched the two side seams together. Make sure you join the front. This is the side back. You have double notches to let you know that this is the back at your armhole, and this is the front side. So we want to join fronts together, center front to the side front, and stitch it together at a 1/2 inch seam allowance. So make sure you match the notches. If it don't line up perfect, what I do is just put the two together and match them up at the side. There go my notch. So if this need easing in, I'll ease it in right in this area. Stitch it at a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Go back, line these two up together. Move it over, make sure everything is lining up at the side. And then stitch that over at a 1/2 inch seam allowance. And then I back stitch. And then you know you would go and press the seam open. So we have the fronts joined together. Now you remember when you did your collar, you're going to do the pocket flap. Put your right sides together. Start at the center. 1/4 inch seam allowance. The reason we start the center because you want this to have the same curve. The foot is pushing it, so you want this to push the same on both sides. So take your time, walk it around. Back stitch. Oof, my thread broke. It's cheap stuff. And then you're going to do the exact same thing with the other pocket. Start at the center. I can get the needle thread at the back, right?
Did you miss that thing we say?
Oh, that little loop. It'll still stitch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to let the stitches overlap. I don't back stitch in my centers so I can make sure that they're not off, you know. So my 1/4 inch again. Back stitch. When I see that I had these exactly the same on both sides, you can see the stitches. Then I'm going to just go around the entire thing, because then I want to trim it really close so I know it's okay. And my curves look good on both sides. So I'm going to stitch around my entire pocket so I can trim it really close. And next time I'll show you all how to press it. But here it is finished. I pressed it, I trimmed it really close, it's finished. And I know it's exactly the same if I take it and put them on top of each other and they equal. So now we change this to 5.5 inches, and we're going to go ahead and finish sewing our pocket. So it's the same as your wall pocket before, but this time it has 2 lips, and sometimes it's called a bound pocket. So I drew a line in the center. This is 5.5 inches wide, 1/2 inch in to make my triangle on both sides. I'm going to start on one side and stitch all the way around and let the stitches overlap. Look at that. So last time I was recording, somebody said, Jackie, you need a manicure. Like, students don't care what my fingernails look like. Okay? They want this sewing information.
Yeah, Michelle, you can use a little trim.
They need a little trim, right? They need a little polish. They need polishing up a little bit. So all the way to the corner. If it don't line up exactly where you want it, then use the hand wheel so you can move it and place it where you want it. So a good idea to count your stitches to the center. Like I started here and I counted 3 stitches to my center. If I count 3 stitches across, then I should be in the exact same place on both sides. Then lift it up, turn it. And if you let your foot right along your center, then you know both sides are going to be exactly the same. So you should give yourself a guideline in the center. Sometimes I even stitch right down the center to hold it in place first. So that's a good idea too. So then you have a guide for cutting. Even though you have the line there, but the stitches, it's just holding it right in place. So that's off a little bit. That is too. I want to get them in the exact same place because you know this pipe is very meticulous. You just have to be very careful. Take your time. So you don't have to fix it. You don't want to have to pick anything out. So I know that's overlap. So now we need to go press and then check and make sure the machine is doing really good stitches also. All right, so let's go to the ironing board. Let's pull all these pins out.
Oops, sorry. I feel like a real camera person.
I like to press it flat first so I can make sure all the stitches relax, and then clip right up my center to get it started, and then continue up because this is your guideline. And you remember you want to clip all the way up to, but not through. So be careful you don't cut the stitches. And then before, remember when we did the Welt Pocket, and this other one is going to be a little bit more difficult because it's right on top of that dart. So it's a little extra fabric on the front end. So this is just a refresher. The only difference in this and the other one is we're going to put that flap in here. So we took this and we pulled it, remember, and we pressed it so it lay nice and flat. We did the same thing to the other side. We gave it a little tug. Then we pushed it through. Then we want to press these seams open. Before we only pressed open one, but this time we want to press open both. And don't forget to press the corners open. So I tell you, some of your fabric is going to be easier to work with because they're cotton or wool. But those polyester ones, you are going to have a difficult time with those because they don't want to press. So then I'm going to press this one open also. And then I'm going to flip this half up and then this half down. This time I'm going to check on the front and make sure everything is laying correctly and it's nice and even. And when you see that it is, then you can go ahead and press it. Because we don't want, some people come back with it, they got one big one, one skinny one, you know, this fat on one side, skinny on the other side. So we want to make sure they're exactly the same on both sides. You can press it from the front if you like. Once we get these lined up and they're even, then we're going to do a basting stitch to hold them in place. All right, this sounding familiar? Mm-hmm. Looking familiar, right?
Yep.
Okay, great. Okay, before we took and we pinned this all in place, we're going to do a basting stitch to hold this in place. So then we'll take it and flip it back and stitch along the side here. And then take this one and do the same, flip it back and stitch along the side. And then we flip it and catch those little triangles, right? And then next time we'll do the pocket flap and finish up the entire pocket. Okay. All right? Great. I'm going to go stitch these.